Bonsai, I'm the Cobra Kai Kid, and today I'm going to be reacting to a video of Ralph Macchio talking about the Karate Kid remake, or as you may know as the 2010 Jaden Smith Karate Kid, which I personally liked. I thought it was a good movie. Doesn't compare nearly to as good as the original Karate Kid movies, but still in isolation, I enjoyed the movie. And this is a 3-minute clip of Ralph Macchio talking about his thoughts on the remake. So I'm very curious to hear what he has to say. I've heard stuff he said about it before, but I'm curious. It seems like he's going to go into depth here. I watched a little bit and I thought it would be cool to cover this and talk about his thoughts, or like I'll talk about what I think about his thoughts, and then I'll let you guys know my thoughts on the Karate Kid remake, which I definitely want to talk about more on the channel, which we will. So let's check it out.
A classic that everyone loves. Loved it so much that I don't know how you feel about this. When I heard they were remaking it, I was like, oh, I want to know your thoughts on it.
Yeah, that question comes to me occasionally.
Yeah, right. But I mean, you're the guy.
Now they ask him it all the time.
Listen, I felt the same way when I first heard. I was like, why? I mean, it's part of a legacy. I mean, I always say to myself, I mean, the Karate Kid, whether I want it or not, is somewhere in the between my names on the tombstone. Now I have to, chop out the original.
Right.
And so it was odd for me since 1984 to be carrying that title, and plus the movie was all about kung fu, the remake.
Right.
But they kept, it was a better business move calling it the brand name. But I think that they did a good job of reimagining that story in contemporary times. It was very much it was a same exact story, very different movie.
But you know
and
what?
It only I will say this though, the remake and that it did well only enhanced the legacy of the pop culture of what the original was to a point where that movie is on, the original is on all the time, and every generation, revisits
well,
it.
that's good to know then. I mean, at least
because
they got.
Why is this guy trying to cut off Ralph Macchio?
There are
You're
catchphrases
interviewing
and
Ralph
images
Macchio. Let the
from
dude
the
speak.
remake that in 10, 20 years people are going to be talking about like you guys are.
Yeah, but the thing that irked me, Rich, too, again, is like certain movies deserve to be remade. But true classics stand the test of time. And if you show any kid now, I'm sure your kids love it. You show any kid the original Karate Kid now, they still love that movie.
It still stands up.
Yeah.
I mean, the wardrobe and the hair, it's the 80s. And 80s is retro and popular now, but that's part of the charm of the movie. The movie had a great deal of heart, soul, and magic.
Absolutely.
And that you can't just recreate.
And you even inspired Covino. You were thinking about your new Halloween costume this year. You were thinking about the shower curtain.
No, I want to be one of the Cobra Kai's. Actually, we had Billy Zapka on the show. Super cool dude. You know what? It's so funny because we talked about it on our show, how if you look at that movie from a different perspective, he was a manipulated guy who was just trying to, have a relationship, and you're the new guy that came in town and stole his girlfriend.
Right,
so,
exactly.
Yeah, maybe
his point of view. Maybe I'm the nemesis.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Cobra Kai.
From a different perspective, you're the dick of this one.
Right.
Covino and Rich.
That's funny that they brought that up at the end. That's Cobra Kai. That's funny. I've been watching a lot of the interviews and discussions of the Karate Kid cast members before Cobra Kai, because this was in 2011, before Cobra Kai was a thing, and there was all these talks about Johnny being the real bully, or Daniel being the real bully, and look, they bring it up now. It's funny. This is Cobra Kai. Like, what if Daniel was the real bully? So it's funny that they brought that up at the end. But let's talk about Ralph's thoughts about the next Karate Kid, or my bad, the Karate Kid remake. I thought all of his thoughts were very valid. I actually was on the same side with him on pretty much everything, and I think like his thoughts are also my thoughts on the movie. The movie in isolation was good. It kind of enhanced, it brought more people to the original Karate Kid, because you had kids like me who I'm pretty sure I watched 2010 Jaden Smith one first. I don't think I went back and watched the original, but I watched the Jaden Smith one, and it definitely made me aware of what the Karate Kid is. So I think it did a good job in introducing a new audience to the original movies as well, and just the franchise in general. But as Ralph says, the original movies have that magic being in the 80s and being the original, being something fresh. You know, this Karate Kid remake was the same exact movie, but with new characters, and it was kung fu, not even karate, but they used the name Karate Kid because they're not gonna name it Kung Fu Kid. Like, they want the money, they want to name it the same thing. So I agree with Ralph on that and a lot of the stuff he says. And you know, I think for him, I feel bad because I think for him during that time it was a little depressing in a way, or not depressing, but you know, he wasn't a fan of bringing it back. It wasn't his choice, and they didn't even. It's not like they brought the franchise. They brought the franchise back only to just reboot it with a whole new cast and just say, hey, like, kind of like, we're gonna just tell the same story with new characters. And it's kind of like, but what about like the work we put into making the originals? The originals were so special. Why do you have to reboot it? That's like, imagine if they rebooted the Star Wars franchise, like they made Star Wars A New Hope, and then they just did it with like new characters. That's just stupid. But in isolation, I did enjoy the movie. It was a good movie. I really don't have a problem with it at all, because I don't think it like hurts Karate Kid or Cobra Kai in any way. It's not canon because they referenced Jackie Chan in Cobra Kai, so we know it can't be canon. And the writers said it's not canon, so you're not gonna have any of the characters appear. But it is a good movie, and I enjoy it. And I agree with Ralph though on everything he said, and I feel bad for him in a way because of it kind of taking away from the original movies, but it also brought more attention to it, as he said. I'm sure if it was up to him, he would have never had the movies rebooted, but you know, it's not up to him. It's up to the big guys, the executives who want to make the money. You know, he's only an actor, so this is his opinion as an actor. And look where we are now. I think everything happens for a reason. You had the next Karate Kid, or you had the Karate Kid remake. Why do I keep calling it the next Karate Kid? But then we have Cobra Kai now, which I'm sure he's very happy about it. And now everyone's looked past the Jaden Smith one. You know, I don't think people are watching the Jaden Smith anymore, especially with Cobra Kai out. They're gonna want to watch the originals because the original characters are in both Karate Kid and Cobra Kai. So that's my thoughts on it. What do you guys think about the next? Why do I keep calling it the next Karate Kid? The Karate Kid remake. And what do you think about Ralph's thoughts? I thought he was very fair. He wasn't too critical on it, but he wasn't so positive on it. You know, he has his criticisms, and understandably so. So let me know your thoughts down below. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on all notifications to never miss a new Cobra Kai Kid video. Hit that like button and share the video with your fellow Cobras and Miyagi-Dos. I'll see you all next time on Cobra Kai Kid. And until then, remember, Cobra Kai never dies.